Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to episode 7 of the Deu Awuok Show, where it is my job to interview professional and collegiate soccer players about their life journeys around the beautiful game. On this episode, I speak with Olu Oyegunle, a member of the Syracuse men's soccer program. Amongst other things, we speak about his experience winning the treble, which included winning the ACC regular season, the ACC tournament, and the national championship. His experience playing in Europe and getting called up to the U17 Canadian national team. I found this episode to be absolutely engaging and super insightful, especially for young viewers, and I hope you enjoy. Olu, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for joining me.
It's good. Thank you for having me, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's start with a little introduction. Tell us your name, where you're from, and an interesting fact about you.
My name's Olu Oyegunle from Toronto, Canada, and I'm a Man City fanatic. I love Man City. I have like the flags, the pillows, the scarves, everything, all the jerseys, away and home. I love Man City.
Nice. When did you start playing soccer? What age was that, and who got you started with the sport?
I was 7, and I used to play with my dad, like, and his friends. He used to just play in the summer at the park. So then I just started playing then, and then my mom's friend, her son played for a club team back in my local city, Brampton. And
Mm-hmm.
then we just like she brought me to a house league team. I played there for like a couple weeks, and then I went to like the rep team, and then I just kept playing from then. And now I'm here.
So you started playing at 7. I guess was that organized club team with your mom's? Was that also U7 or was that a couple years later?
Yeah, I started like playing for real more with my dad like when I was 7, and then I
Mm-hmm.
joined the club team as well that summer. Later that summer, Brampton East. That's what it was called.
Yep.
'Cause, my mom's friend's son, Ayo Akinola, actually plays for TFC, but he's on loan right now. He
Mm-hmm.
like, I mean, his mom they brought me to Brampton, so yeah.
Nice. And then have you been with that team ever since until you like started playing college soccer?
Yeah, then I was with that team until I was 14. We won the provincial championship twice. We won the national championship in Canada there. Then I went to
Mm-hmm.
Sigma FC. And then going to Sigma, that's when I knew like, okay, like I can do something with soccer. Like I have a chance of going to school. I can go pro. I can do something. So Sigma
Yeah.
really helped me out there. They really like pushed my career, honestly. So going to Sigma, that's when I knew like, okay, I could do something. And then that's like what got me to Syracuse. Yeah.
It was what is it? Is Sigma a regular like travel club team? Is that an academy? Give us some context for our viewers that are not familiar with the landscape in Canada.
Yeah, Sigma's an academy. It's like its own academy. It's like MLS Academy, but it's it doesn't have like MLS affiliate. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like its own academy. There's a lot of like big alumni that come out of there, like Carl Larian over in Europe now, Rich Laria.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of guys that played here, like Simon. Tayshawn was there for like a year, like a summer. We have Haley Goldhar, a lot of big players. Kwame Awuor, Chris Nanko. He was a pioneer, one of the first guys to come to Syracuse from Sigma.
Yeah.
We have him as well. There's a lot of guys, yeah.
Nice. What teams are you guys playing? Is that a lot of like the top teams out in Canada, or do you guys play some of the academy teams as well?
We play a lot of the academy teams, and then another big club is Vaughan. That's who we play, but we don't really play a lot of the MS Cali, but we go to a lot of like showcases. The main ones they go to Potomac almost every year.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a youth player, they send you to Europe, so you get a great experience. You go as a team, and then the biggest showcase in Canada, Sigma Showcase, and that's when all the coaches in America come and watch and everything.
Nice. Yeah, I noticed you spent some time in 2019 with the Belgium club Gen. Was that through them? Talk to us about that experience.
Yeah, they sent me over. Over then I was just like, I was chilling. School was kind of online for me because I used to miss a lot of school.
Yeah.
So, I used to train with Forge FC, and because the head coach from Sigma went over there.
Yeah.
And then after, they're just like, let me just get a feel for Europe, see how it is, like maybe just like, so I can just compare, see what's out there. So then I
Mm-hmm.
went over there for a couple of weeks, and then I came back with a good experience. And then I went back actually, but then it was a great experience. Like I made a lot of new friends there, a lot of friends I keep in touch with till today. It was a good experience seeing how it is in Europe because obviously everyone wants to go to Europe, everyone loves Europe. So, but it was a big jump. It was a turning point in my life. I'm not gonna lie. That's when I really realized you're in the sport, alone. your friends that you have here
Yeah.
and all, they're not always with you. You know, you're in that sport alone.
Wow, that's a quite an experience that a lot of players don't get. I guess playing with Sigma, you mentioned playing and participating in the big showcase tournaments. Was that, I
Yeah.
guess, part of like helping players go to the college level? Like, talk to us about your college recruiting process. When did that start? And give us some insights.
For me, I was blessed, man. I was really blessed. I had a lot of teams like looking at me from before they could even speak to me. So for me,
Mm-hmm.
I knew there was a lot of interest because Sigma was really like helping us push, and I used to play up. So when the older
Mm-hmm.
guys were getting looks, I was like they were looking at me as well.
Yeah.
So it really helped me.
Yeah.
And then after, so as soon as it hit, I think it was like feeling like a September 1st. As soon as they hit,
Yeah.
like they talked to schools, like, that's what they started rolling in, emailing me and all. But deep down, I knew my dream school was Syracuse. Deep down,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't obviously say that to anyone. But yeah, deep, I just
Yeah.
told my mom. So then that really helped. And then like American coaches come every summer, and like European coaches they come every summer to just do summer camps at the Sigma Academy. So I had
Yeah.
a lot of college coaches speaking to then, but then it was Sigma Showcase. That's when it like after that, like it blew up. There were so many coaches there. So many coaches started emailing me. That's when the coach here, Ian McIntyre at Syracuse, emailed me. That's when I
Yeah.
started getting into contact with them.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I can't remember the exact deadline because it's been some time for me now. But what is it? Sophomore year of high school? When are coaches allowed to start talking to you? When was that? Do you remember?
I think it's junior year, like September 1st. So
Junior September
like
1st.
11th grade, yeah. So I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it's like September 1st.
You mentioned Syracuse being your dream school, right? And Syracuse over the years has had success recruiting top Canadian soccer players. I remember when we played you guys, guys like Kamal Miller, who's currently at Inter Miami playing alongside Leo Messi, also on the Canadian national team. Tejan Buchanan, who's playing in Europe and also on the national team, and Ryan Raposa. Those guys were on the team at that time. And following in their footsteps, you committed to play D1 soccer at Syracuse. Um, Talk to us about your decision to choose them, and why Syracuse of some of the other schools that you were looking at as well.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of big schools and stuff, but for me, I think I knew like I was gonna go to Syracuse regardless, because just because the relationship they have with Sigma as well, that's number one. So I knew for sure they would take care of me, and I
Hmm.
knew like it wouldn't be something like I'm wasting my time or I would regret the move. And
Yeah.
also, like you said, man, the Canadians, like that's honestly what it is. And that for me, when I was getting recruited, it was like every year a Canadian was going pro every
Yeah.
year. So
Yeah.
then, and then the summer before I committed, I played with Tajon and all, and then he
Yeah.
went on to go pro. That same
Hmm.
year, Kamal went pro. The year
Yeah.
after, Ryan went pro. So like it's just like it's a trend, and I'm like, okay, I'm Canadian. Let me see if I can keep the trend going.
Yeah.
And then yeah,
Yeah.
so and then I knew that they would really help take my game to the next level. My coaches at Sigma, they told me like there's so many guys from Sigma that go to Syracuse and they
Yeah.
take the game to the next level. So I just knew that it would help me and be the best decision for me.
Nice. Yeah, and I'm sure the fact that Syracuse is not too far from Canada helps.
Yeah,
Being able to be close to family, and the fact that they're a top program as well.
yeah, definitely. 4 hour drive. Sometimes on the weekends, some off days, just go home real quick, get some real good food, and then come back.
Yeah, dude, it's one of those things where you'd go back for like the holidays and stuff, and you get your mom's cooking, and you're like, wow, I took this
Yeah.
for granted when I used to be here, because when you're in college, you miss that stuff.
Oh man, trust me. The food, man, it takes a toll on the pockets for real. That's what it is.
During your first year at Syracuse, you started about half the games that you played in, which is quite impressive for a freshman at a top program like Syracuse. Talk to us about your adjustment to the D1 level.
Yeah. So for me, I came. It was kind of weird because it was the COVID season. I came in the spring. I came a semester
Hmm.
late because we're in the ACC,
Yeah.
so they were already playing regardless. So I kind of like jumped right in. Like there was no real preseason. And all the team was already playing. But one thing I'll say for sure about the college was the physical like demand on the body. That's for sure. Like before, I used to just like drink juice all the time. I used to hate drinking water. I used to just eat like garbage. Coming to school like really like showed me like you have to take care of your body, bro, because you're running a lot. you're moving a lot, sprinting a lot, like a lot more. It's a lot like more demanding on the body.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. I guess in the following season, your sophomore year, you cemented yourself as a starter, right? And you helped Q's, you know, become only the second team in college history to win the treble, right? Winning the ACC regular season, the ACC tournament, and then the national championship. Talk to us about what that experience was like for you and for the rest of your team.
Oh, it's a great journey, and honestly, we're blessed as well. 'Cause that was just a great journey that none of us, I could say, not even some people, I think none of us really thought about that. I remember driving down, start of preseason. I was talking to Levante because we're both from Toronto. I'm telling him like my goal is to make the tournament. I didn't even know that. Then the year we really end up winning everything, but it was a crazy experience and it was just a great ride, And it's really showed me that you can't take anything for granted. Bro, you can't take anything for granted. It started like towards the end of the season when we started really doing good. I started like looking around. I'm like, okay, like let me really live this moment up because this is something great. This is something special that doesn't just happen to everyone. And coming and winning everything in college, like that's like a dream come true. You come to college, you want to win, obviously, and just doing all of that. Like, what else is there more you could do?
Yeah, unbelievable achievement and something that will be there forever, right? You'll come back,
Yeah,
in 10, 20 years, you show your kids, your grandkids. It's really hard to do, and the fact that you guys were able to win all three of them is it's quite an accomplishment. So congrats to you guys there. Earlier this year, the Syracuse team had the opportunity to go over to England, where you guys played some
yeah.
games against the under 23 of some of the Premier League teams there. Talk to us about the experience and what was the competition like there?
Oh man, I miss England. I miss England. And sometimes we just be walking. I'm like, yo, I miss England. We just start talking about the stories. We are there for 10 days. But honestly, like that was the best 10 days. Like I feel like not to say of my life, but it's definitely up there. It was a crazy experience, lovely experience. Like you can really tell like soccer is like different there. Like it's everything.
Yeah,
Like it's literally everything. But it was a great experience, training there with some of the clubs. Like we trained with Wolves, um, playing against the clubs. Like it was crazy. The facilities, crazy. Seeing like their lifestyle, like how they eat and all. But nah, trust me, it was crazy. Let me tell you something right now. A lot of people don't know those pitches. It's hard. Like it's hard
yeah.
to mess up passes. They're perfect. They're perfect. It's not easy to put a ball on your pass or anything. Like those facilities are
Yeah.
top facilities. But it was a great experience. It was a crazy experience, and just seeing like the competition over in England. I think everybody knows the Premier League is the most competitive league in the world. So just seeing the competition over there and seeing the difference, it's motivational. It's a blessed experience, and it's just something like that we really enjoyed.
Nice. I'm really glad you guys got to experience that. How many teams do you guys play, and what was the results for you guys over those friendlies?
We played 4 games. And I don't think we're allowed to say the results, but let me just say, we didn't lose. We lost one. We we
Yeah,
and then we won. But we played Leicester, we played Brighton,
yeah.
we played Villa, and we played Tottenham.
Wow,
But yeah,
that's quite that's crazy. Um, quite the experience. It sounds like. I guess right now you guys are halfway through the new season. What are your thoughts on the season so far?
so far, yeah, I think we're doing pretty well. Especially by having 15 guys. It's not easy to just come in and you just gel. Because, for example, like the team last year, like if you really look at it, the core, a lot of us were together for years, not even just 1 year, like 2 years plus. But like, yeah, I think we're doing pretty well. We're doing good. Ranked number 7, obviously, and just came off a tough loss against Duke. But it's a good team, and I think we just like the team here is strong. We just turn around, keep it going, and we have our heads high.
Nice. I guess as you look forward to the rest of the season, what are your expectations for the team, right? On one hand, you guys now have a target on your back. You guys are the reigning champions, and everyone and their mama wants to beat you guys when they step on that field. But on the other hand, you guys have the experience. You guys have been there. You've just done that. And you have guys coming back who were part of that team last year. What are your expectations for the rest of the season?
The expectation is like to just win it all again. Obviously, but winning never gets boring.
Do you think there's more pressure now, or
Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't. I think in certain aspects, like for example, um, to do well, for sure, there's pressure to go like to certain stages, so, like the ACC to be like one of the top teams. There's pressure for that to happen, and to go to in the national tournament to go far and deep, have a deep run. I think there's pressure on that, but I think that's not a problem at all for us. And honestly, the experience of last year really helps a lot of the guys here because like after loss, we don't sweat nothing. We lost twice last year, and we just kept it going. So I think after losing like this season, we just know like every team's gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You can keep it going, and we don't stress. But yeah, the expectations are still high. Obviously,
nice? Yeah, good luck with us this season. I think
yeah,
you guys are obviously one of the favorites to not only win the regular ACC tournament, also do well and hopefully win it again next year. I mean this
yeah,
season. Being able to represent your country for a lot of football players is considered one of the greatest honors, and you've had the privilege of being able to get called up to the under 17 national team for Canada. Talk to us about the experience and what that meant for you and your family.
yeah. That was a great experience. It was a nice experience. I knew a lot of the guys there because I have a lot of friends in the academies and stuff. But it
Hmm.
was a great experience. It's just especially being one of the only players that didn't play for an MLS academy.
Hmm.
So I was really blessed, and it was an honor to be there. It was good to see like a lot of the guys and stuff be in a different environment, because your youth days when you're with the
Yeah,
academy, you don't really see the best players on the nation with you. Playing there like a great experience, seeing like new faces, learning a lot. It was a really good experience, and I enjoyed it.
nice. I'm glad to hear that, and you've obviously accomplished a lot, in your very young career, and you have a lot to go. But I guess what would you say inspires and motivates you?
Definitely like my family and all, my mom, my brother, my sister. They motivate me a lot, and just like where I came from, like seeing like the situation we've been through and everything we've run through that really motivates me to do all this, help everyone out, my family out, all people like my family,
Mm,
friends, and all. So that's what really motivates me.
nice. How many siblings do you have?
Two, I have an older sister and then a younger brother.
Nice. Does your brother play soccer too?
No, he doesn't like soccer. He likes basketball.
Is he tall? How old is he and how tall is he?
He's in 10th grade. I don't know how old. I think he's like 15. He's pretty tall though, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
around that.
yeah, he likes basketball. The games. I'm not gonna lie. Like over the summer, we went to a TFC game. Oh my god, it seemed like he hated it there. He didn't like went to the games. None of that. He just likes basketball.
Nice. Good for him. Basketball is a nice sport, and if he's got the height for it, then that obviously helps. Um,
Yeah.
I guess for my next question, what would you say has been the highlight of your soccer journey thus far?
Oh
There's a lot to pick from.
yeah. Honestly, I've been blessed. Had a good career like so far. Like everything I've wished for, it's happened. Like back, I could say back in youth days. Remember, I used to watch like the Ontario Cup, the provincial cup, saying like, I want to play in those games one day, and then God bless me, and I'm playing in two back to back, winning both, captaining the team, and then national championship. Then coming to Syracuse, that was a dream too. Winning everything here, but I might have to say going to Europe. Honestly, going to Europe is like because it's crazy to say like where this ball can take you. Like I would have never imagined going to Europe alone at 16 or going to play in England. So I think that was really like you're just seeing different sides of the world. You're seeing different people. You're seeing like how people on the other side of the globe see the game. The highs, like obviously I enjoy like winning stuff, but like the experiences, because that's something I'm gonna like take with me forever.
Nice, nice. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I guess on the flip side, what would you say has been the worst moment of your soccer journey so far?
Uh, it's crazy how things work out, but definitely not like getting cut in some situations. When you're younger, you try to go for a team, you trial, and then you don't make it, but then you see everything happens for a reason, because then you go down a path and you see next, that path is the better path, and there's a reason for it. And then the place you wanted to go before, they start coming back. Oh, maybe we should have taken you, but then you're already on a better path, and. So I think it's just that, but that's something every athlete goes through. When you're younger, you're getting caught, and you think you're not good enough and all. But also, it feeds motivation, it feeds that fire in you. But also, it helps you learn, like with their own eyes and experience that everything happens for a reason. Like your path is different from everyone, and you sometimes you get rejected because there's another door that is definitely better for you, and there's a better opening, and the end goal is going to be better for you.
Nice. Yeah, I completely agree there, and I think having grit, right, to be able to bounce back from those setbacks and failure, quote unquote, it goes a long way, and helps you mentally become a stronger person. I guess for my last question, as part of this segment, before we go to the next segment of the podcast, what advice do you have for young soccer players, looking to follow your footsteps?
Uh, Honestly, just hard work. Like you have to work hard, obviously, for sure. And if you think, oh yeah, I'm a top player, that in the youth area is easy. And you have to remember, like here, like there's guys around the world getting recruited. You might be the best in your area, but there's no you're the best in the world and stuff. So you have to work hard. Especially you go to Europe and all, you see like some top players that okay, you might think you're a guy here, but over there you just be a regular person. So number one, work hard, stay prayerful as well. If you're prayerful and you have faith, you'll know any situation you're put in. You're happening for a reason. Sometimes your back might be against the wall. You might have your head down. But you have to remember everything happens for a reason. There's so many times people think it's all sweet and stuff for me here, but there's so many times, like I'd have my head down, but then next thing you know, God shows me there's a reason why everything happens. It builds character,
Hmm.
and then it helps you. It molds the player you are. But I think that's what it is. It's been faith, been prayerful, and working hard and staying focused. Obviously, like there's a time for everything. Like you can't let the distractions feed you. Like you're always gonna have fun, regardless. There's always time for fun.
Yeah.
But if you really want something, you have to go get it.
Yeah, yeah, that's super insightful, and something that hopefully the younger players can pick up and learn on, right? The importance of delayed gratification, and being willing to sacrifice, experiences or moments now so that you can be in a better position down the line. We're gonna transition to the next segment of the pod, where I ask my guests these rapid fire type questions. For the first question, best player you ever played with?
Definitely, it will be DeAndre Kerr and Nathan Opoku for sure. Those, if you're at Syracuse, those two were different. Like DeAndre Kerr, like to this day, Abdi Salim. Obviously, we say
Yeah,
we don't think he knows what foot he is. That guy, like both footed, he can like he'll take free kicks with one foot, but on the other side, he'll take with the other foot. Penalties for taking both foot. He's different. But yeah, definitely him. And then Nail Poker, everyone knows Nail Poker, man. That guy was different gravy. That guy's a different level. I've never seen some of the stuff he does on the pitch. You're just like you have two guys on him, on his back. You blink, look up, and he's out of there with the ball. Like those guys are crazy guys. Those two right there, definitely those two. And then obviously like for a defender, because I'm a defender, so I'm gonna show love to the defenders. Abdi Salim is definitely one there too. One thing, Abdi's kind of he goofs around too much, but when Abdi's serious, yeah, Abdi for sure.
yeah.
You won't see many get by him.
Love to see that. On the flip side, best player you ever played against?
Oh, I never told him this, but my boy Jaden Austin, he's over in Europe now playing in Rosenborg in Norway. He was a good player, man. First time I ever played him, corner banged it, top corner outside the box, volley, honest.
Nice. Messi or Ronaldo?
Oh yeah, Messi for sure. Man, Ronaldo can't do what Messi can do, man. Messi brings more to the table. Messi can do more, so definitely Messi.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm a Ronaldo fan, but I have to agree with you there. It was one of those things. Growing up, I had my brothers and my siblings who I would fight with about who was better, and I would always preying on Messi's downfall because it was like I don't know, you're just a child and you're like arguing, trying to win the argument. But as you get older and you got to see the two, you're like, Messi's just different. Like the guy is like unbelievable. So still a Ronaldo fan, but I appreciate Messi now, and I wish I started doing that earlier.
Trust me, I was like, I used to be Messi's biggest hater. I used to be
Really?
Messi's biggest hater, but yeah, but then literally what you said, as I got older, I'm just like, yeah, this guy, like, he's different. he's making professional players look like they never played before. You
Yeah,
know, different
yeah,
gravy.
yeah. Next question. Be careful what you say because you see that flag back there. But Pep or
Yeah,
Klopp?
see, I noticed it. I noticed it right away. But Pep, man, Pep's the greatest manager of all time. He changed. Like nobody has done what he's done. He's changed the sport. Pep is the greatest of all time.
I agree. I think Pep is up there. He's unbelievable manager, absolutely obsessed with the game, and he's always innovating and come up with new strategies. But like the fact that Klopp has been able to compete with him for the last 5 years with a way less budget, right? Like it says something. Like it just makes me wonder if he had the same resources as City, what could he have been? Because like two out of the last 5 seasons we've lost by a single point, and at that point, dude, it's the margin is so low that like you can't really attribute that to like one being better than the other. So it's like, yeah, I think you can make the case that you know Pep is the better manager because he's done more, but he's also had more resources. So it just makes me wonder, like, what could club have done if he had gotten more resources as well?
That is true. But if you look at it though, if whether for that one season, Man City would have won 6 years in a row. And honestly, people always bring up all the funds this, the funds that. But at the end of the day, you need to spend money to keep a team good over all those years. And look at Chelsea right now, they in the mud. Man U spent a lot of money. Man U spent a lot more money than Man City, and
It's not all
they're in the
about the
mud
funds.
still.
I agree with you. Like you've seen, United, you've seen Chelsea. The money is only one part of the equation. Like having the money and the right players helps, but then if you don't have the right coach and the right systems and the right infrastructure, it doesn't do much. So Pep had the resources, but he also is a top manager, so he was able to do that. You've seen other managers have the money and not do anything with it. But Klopp hasn't had the same resources as Pep, and so it's like, and he's competing with him. Like, dude, like if you go back and you see the fact that we lost 2 seasons by a single point, like at that point, it's just like almost like because it's so like the mergers are so close that like, can you really attribute that to like Pep being better than Klopp, right? Because if something goes our way on either of those occasions, it could be us 3 titles and you guys with 3 titles, right? Like could be like that, but the other, it just happened that you guys beat us by 1 point on those 2 occasions. So it's like it's close. I'll give Pep his flowers. He's done amazing stuff not only in England but also in like Spain and Germany
Yeah,
and wherever he's been at. But it's just I always wonder like what could Klopp has done if he had the same resources as Pep.
yeah, that is true. But I don't know. I don't know if Klopp's a top three manager.
You don't think, bro?
All time. I don't know. I don't think all time. I don't think Klopp's a top three
I don't
manager.
I don't I don't think it's in the question for all time. But I'm saying like because you
But
have to
Pep is
like take
though.
consideration. Pep is because Pep has always had the best team in each league that he's gone to, right? So it's like, yeah, that's a good point. Pep is up there for greatest manager of all time. I don't know if Klopp is there yet. Maybe he'll get there. Um, but that's a very good point. That's a very good point. So I don't know. We'll leave it at that. uh, for my last question, top three defenders of all time in your opinion.
Number one, Sergio Ramos. That guy, he's different, man. Sergio Ramos. Well, I'm not gonna talk about the old guys. I didn't see all those guys
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Beckenbauer and all those guys. And
yeah, yeah. That's fair.
but so I'm gonna say Sergio Ramos. Someone that I realized like now that I've gotten older,
Uh-huh.
Thiago Silva. Like what Thiago Silva is doing now, a lot of people like don't realize that. It's crazy, man. He's the best defender on Chelsea. He's one of the top defenders in the league, and look what he's doing.
Hmm.
Definitely him. But you see, I love Man City, and don't get me wrong, Ruben Diaz will be one of the best defenders of all time. But I'm gonna say Van Dijk
Dude,
because
if you didn't say that,
Van
I was
Dijk,
gonna say you're a hater. If you didn't bring his name up, I was gonna say you're just a hater. But I appreciate that.
no, like no Ruben Diaz, he will be like he is right now. He is, and he will be. But you might have to put Van Dijk. But I'm talking about like modern. I'm not gonna talk about like Company and Ferdinand Vidic. I was too
Yeah, yeah,
young. I barely knew the game back then.
yeah.
But from like what I've really seen, like Sergio Ramos, Thiago Silva, and like Van Dijk, bro, like he could. There's one thing if you can do it defensively, but he like does it both ways with ease, bro. But he kind of fell off now though. So
Chill, bro. It's the team is a struggle. Chill, chill. Watch this season. This season will come. This is our comeback season. Yeah, bro, I really appreciate I appreciate your time, and I want to be mindful of your time. So, I'm gonna wrap it up. But I guess for our viewers who want to follow you and follow your journey or connect with you, where can they go and find you?
On Instagram, Olu Oyegunle, Oyegunle, one word. I'm not like on like Twitter and then that Facebook. I use that. Like Olu Oyegunle, that's the. Any of the young guys, if you message me or anything, I'm gonna reply back because I remember I was once that guy. So I'll reply back. Just don't ask me no crazy questions though, like nothing too crazy. Me, I need like tips, advice, or anything. I
Yeah,
got y'all. I'll help you out.
appreciate that. You guys hear that? Any questions on how to get to where he is? Reach out to him. Down to earth guy that's gonna be willing to help you guys. I appreciate your time today. This has been super fun for me and hopefully entertaining and enjoyable for our viewers.
Yes, thank you, bro. Thank you. I remember, viewers, remember I said this. In a couple years, we're gonna have a joint one. Me and Abdi. Me and Abdi are gonna do a joint one together in the pros.
Yeah,
We're gonna talk about
yeah.
it. You have to
Nice,
get
nice.
that
Keep an
one.
eye for that. Keep an eye for it. All right, brother. I'll see you.
All right, thank you, bro.
Thanks for taking the time out of your day to listen and support this podcast. It is very much appreciated. Please follow the show if you don't already do so. The show can be found on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and the rest of the other major platforms. As always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Much love. This show is produced by Yak Awok and original music by Scott Holmes.